Farmhouse Sweet Annie wreath. And it's really basic and easy to do. I love the way these look, but these wreaths go for $40 to $100 online, and that's crazy to me. So I have just a grapevine wreath. I think I picked this up at the thrift store for like $1 or 50 cents or something. Just a plain old grapevine wreath. And you can get these at Walmart if you can't find one at the thrift store, and I think they're $5 or $6. And you can do any size at this. This just happens to be what I have on hand, and I think it's like an 18-inch. It's pretty big, and I didn't measure it, but it's been kicking around for a while, and today I thought I would do something because it's really cold outside. It's in the low 30s, and it might snow later today. I'm not quite ready for that, but might happen. So for this project, it's really, you don't need a lot of things. You might need a pair of scissors, but I usually just break everything with my hands, but just in case it's a tough one, I keep a pair of scissors handy. You're gonna need a glue gun I use, extra glue stick just in case, the wreath, and just some dried Sweet Annie. And I grow my own. This is from my garden that I grew, but you can buy this stuff online. It's not too horribly expensive. You can, I think bunches are around $10 for 4 ounces, which would be right about this much Sweet Annie. Probably right around that. But, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, for this, to start off, you're gonna want some branches. I got a couple here that broke off. You're going to want to like break it down into these branches. So you have some small ones and some large ones, and just kind of pull these little branches right off. And you can buy them all broken apart and everything. So I just take the branches off and leave them about like that. And I'm going to make this kind of thin. I like the way it looks when you can kind of see the grapevine behind it. So, oh, my glue gun. I like to see the grapevine behind this. So I'm gonna make it kind of thin. You can make this much, much thicker so you cannot see the grapevine at all. But let me bring you down so you can see. Okay, so I got a little pile here to start with, and I've got more off to the side if we need it. This is a pretty messy project, so I always put something down, but it's everywhere. And but we're just gonna start by picking out some stems. And you want to figure out which way you want your wreath to go, and you're gonna kind of put these all in the same way, so they are kind of all laying near each other like this. If you put these go in the opposite direction, it's gonna start getting all bunchy and crazy. But so I just put them in all the same way. And then what I do is I just break the stem off, because you just need a teeny bit to go. I'm gonna tuck it inside the wreath, like right in here. So I'm gonna break this down. So it's just a short little stem like that. And I'm gonna put a little bit of hot glue on it. And this will secure it in there so it's not going to go anywhere. And then just kind of get it in there where you like it. And I like it to stick out a little bit off the wreath, and you could still see the grapevine behind there. We're going to add a little bit more. And you don't need these stems too long. They can be pretty short. And just put a nice little gob of hot glue on there. This really is simple, but it looks so nice. And we're just going to tuck that in until we get it to where we like it. So I want it to kind of give that effect all around it. And then some of these got some weird shapes to them. So that's okay. We'll just work with that and make it work the way we want it to. So, and you can fill this in as much as you want. I like it kind of thin. Not too thin, but kind of thin. And that's a good spot. And everything, these are really stick to everything. And the grapevine sticks to everything. So it can be a little bit of a struggle getting everything untangled. Move that around in there. And you can kind of push these around so they're, if you want them to go in as well. I kind of want mine to come on the outside of it. So you could put this so it sprays in also. But I have a small sheep where I'm going to put this. I have a little jumping sheep I'm going to hang in the middle, so I don't really want to take up any of that middle space. And you just keep going all the way around the wreath. And if you feel like it's not secure enough, you could put a little dab of glue underneath on the wreath and press it down to help secure it. But this really isn't going to go anywhere once it's all together. I've never had one come apart. Okay, so when you get back down to here, you got this little space, you just want to lift it up and go underneath with your next piece and kind of fill that right in. And be careful, this glue is hot. I like to be crazy and use the high temperature glue gun because, you know, works good. Yeah, got a bunch of those on my fingers. So then you can go in, and if you have any that are not real secure, you can just put an extra glob of glue on there to help hold it. And just where you think it might need it. And once you've gone completely around your wreath, then you can go in and look at it and see if you have some spots that are a little bare, like right here, that's a little bare. It's because there's some extra fluffy stuff here. And then, and you could just kind of fill those spots in with some small pieces Like right here's a little spot. I'll just take this little one and tuck it in here. That fills in there. And then here's another little one. These little pieces are great for this. And that way you don't overdo it, but you can just kind of fill in as much as you like. And you can use a couple pieces if you need to. And like right here, this part is sticking up a little bit more than I want it to, so I'm gonna glue it down. I'm gonna stick it down in there. Kind of hold it down in there. Just like that. Just to, I want it to stick up a little, but not over sticking up. You know? Does that make sense? Probably not. Because the Sweet Annie's natural, it's just gonna kind of do what it does. If that doesn't, I'm gonna stick something in there. There. You can trim this too if you want. I like it to be kind of wild and natural looking. So I don't usually trim it, I just go with what it gives me. And then we've got that spot down here that's kind of bare. I'm going to stick this in there. There, that fills that spot in. This piece is, it wants to be in there. And there you have it. Once you get it how you like it, to the right thickness that you like and how full you want it, that's it. You just keep going until you get it as full as you like it. So this is as much as I'm going to do on this. I really love how this came out. I love Sweet Annie. I love the natural grapevine wreath as the backing. And this is just so much fun. Let's hang this up and see how it looks. Okay, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. I've got my little sheep inside, and it just has, I just love it. I love the naturalness of the Sweet Annie. It's such a nice farmhouse look, and it's simple to do, really. And these puppies are just so expensive online to buy these, and it's so nice to be able to make it for a really inexpensive, and it adds just the right touch. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.